on this map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. A couple extra elephants up here, too. That elephant actually has quite a bit of food on it. This one's got quite a bit of food, 252. The elephant has 500 plus. And let's see if there's any extra elephants. There aren't any extra elephants on ACCM's island. So again, another perfect example. Inherently unfair map, right? If TaToH sees that, he can bring these in. It probably won't matter because by the time he sees it, it'll be, you know, the wrong timing for it. But not reable. Because screw it. Are there not relics in the corners? No, these are the docks. So that each dock has a merchant. This merchant is open for business. This guy over here is closed for business. He's not interested in business. This man is kind of open for business. He's not facing us, but he's facing out there. And then this guy is also a little open for business. So they're all open for business. Those are neutral docks, so you can trade with them. Zoe, thank you for the 11 months.
I love violence.
The fish on the minimap give me the heebie-jeebies. Okay. Alright, so the War Lembos here from ACCM will spot these elephants. I wonder if he can attack those from range. Don't know. TaToH hasn't scouted up on that side. ACCM is looking for the dock from TaToH. TaToH is keeping this thing defensive. And they just do little spurts of fire. Like, they're farting at each other. God, what does this remind me of? What civ is better here? Oh. Probably Hindustanis. I mean, the Inca water tech tree is not bad at all. But the Hindustanis actually get cannon galleons, which the Incas don't get. So probably Hindustanis. Kind of reminds me of the Dark Troopers in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Holy birds. Because their fire wouldn't last for very long with their little fire gun. Maybe that was Battlefront 1. I can't remember. Was that Battlefront 1 or 2? ACCM is going to start repairing this. TaToH will need to retreat. ACCM is currently losing this battle. He's going to have to be careful. He's going to have to repair this a little bit more. He comes back out for more. And TaToH needs to run. So none of the fish go down immediately. It's 4 fishing ships here for TaToH. ACCM with 4 as well. And ACCM going for the second dock forward. TaToH's first dock is already over here. So it's going to be a little bit tough for ACCM to contest on water fully because one of his docks is back here. So I think if he wants to do that, it's just going to be like Fire Galley or something. He is getting to Feudal Age faster than TaToH. TaToH still hasn't noticed these, by the way. And fire's coming out from ACCM. Dark Trooper was in both Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. Yeah, but did it have the fire thing? The little fire flamethrower pistol thing. I don't know where the flame would come from that. You need like a big old, you know, fuel thing. And it's not like he had a jetpack as well. I don't know. Science? It came from science. Okay, cool. You talking OG Battlefronts or the EA Battlefronts? OG. Come on, man. The new Battlefronts were not good. Okay. Fletching on the way for TaToH. TaToH is playing galleys. But he's right up against ACCM's docks. So this is a rough position here for TaToH to try and get that galley mass rolling. TaToH does still have his War Lembos. And ACCM's is coming back this way. ACCM trying to deal with that. He's trying to bring this guy. The fish are unperturbed, right? Because it's a waste. You go after the galleys first, and then you'll go after the fish. And now ACCM is adding galleys of his own. And TaToH should start adding in maybe fires of his own. So they might switch it up. They both want the fire galley composition. They know the water's going to win this game, essentially. EA Battlefront 2 is actually pretty good. I mean, I bought a PlayStation 4 special edition with like it has like Darth Vader on the side. I bought that just so I could play the new Battlefront that came out when it came out. Because I used to love playing co-op with like my sister and my dad and stuff, and I also used to love just playing against computers. And then I got it and I realized that you can't play with other players unless you're online. And like you couldn't play all the maps. It was oh god. Such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. All right, TaToH's coming back here. We got one galley in there from ACCM. Consoles suck now. Yep. Galleys from TaToH getting a little bit out of position here. ACCM. I mean, he's lost one unit and it was a fishing ship. So he's done really well with the weak fires. And he constantly brings them back to repair. Res collected pretty even, all things considered. Although the fishing ships are going down from ACCM. So he's going to need to snipe the fish from TaToH over here. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. He'll come in. Not really paying attention. That fish is dead. This one is dead. This one is dead. This one is almost dead. That one is dead. And he's basically canceled out all the damage that TaToH did. However, it kind of cost him. Cost him some of his galleys to get those fish. And he's going after another fishing ship here. TaToH coming in with the galleys from this side. Good micro there from ACCM to take one out. Good micro from both so far, honestly. Really, really solid. However, TaToH has more galleys over here, but ACCM still has 6 galleys on the water as TaToH's trying to click up to Castle Age. ACCM kind of angling towards Castle Age himself. TaToH's galleys are fairly weak. ACCM gets a good hit there. That first stock from ACCM is really kind of brutal. He's constantly producing galleys from it, but they take so long to get anywhere. This is nice from him. Free damage against that guy. Snipes another one. TaToH, 11 kills, 8 losses. He's on the way to the Castle Age. ACCM clicks up to the Castle Age now. Very, very balanced, these two. Res collected, super even as well. This is basically a full water map. It should be a full water contest. The islands aren't that big. It's kind of hard to land something without your opponent seeing it right away. I mean, maybe if ACCM does land on TaToH's island, if he takes control of this hill, it's chalked. It's over. Like that hill controls every gold, basically. But getting over there is going to be a chore. Especially because, like, if one player loses the water, I don't know if they can transport over. And it's going to be full water investment here for most of this. No more Lambos. They're all dead. Rip. Castle Age will come in sooner for TaToH. War Galley is on the way. Bodcanero is on the way. ACCM trying to push him back as far as he can until he gets the Castle Age as well. Also really wants to take care of these before they're legitimate fire ships. The War Galleys are whatever. But get rid of these fire ships if you can. All right. ACCM. Can he not afford anything? Okay. He's got War Galley in the queue. He's got Bodcanero now in the queue. Only 3 on food for him. So it's been a little dicey for ACCM. There's 8 on food for TaToH. He still has 2 fishing ships working. He's on the berries over there. ACCM is all out of the berries currently. Still don't think he realizes this galley's been queued in there the entire time, but... Food eco for ACCM is not great. He still does have 38 villagers against 36. Some more idle TC time there for TaToH. And it's 10 ships for TaToH against 13 from ACCM. Demo coming in from ACCM. Demo coming in. TaToH needs to run. And ACCM gets some really good value against the War Galleys from TaToH. Have you ever thrown a chair to an empty place out of rage? Yes. It was very satisfying. Everyone should try it once in a while. Especially if it's like a chair with legs, right? And you just grab it by a leg and just fucking huck it, dude. So, once again, very even. ACCM, though, big Navy behind this. We'll see what TaToH does to balance that out. He knows he's behind in Navy now. He's adding the second TC up on the hill. And we'll see if he wants to go into like a transport ship or something. At least there's no real fish to back this up. So right now the Navy's just getting you map control. Like there's no real eco here for ACCM. And I think TaToH will just keep sailing around with this, looking for fish that ACCM has potentially added. You can also hit the wood line at the back here. What's the worst thing you've done in Rage? I mean, I've said mean things to people. That's probably the worst, right? I think we've all said things when we were angry that we regret. Your mom? No, I've never said anything mean to my mom while I'm angry. The worst thing you've done is saying something mean, lol. That's why your nation is being colonized. What? I mean, what did you want me to say, dude? I stabbed somebody? I mean, I think saying something genuinely mean to somebody is worse than punching somebody, in my opinion. Like something like really mean to them, right? I think you regret that a lot longer than if you punch somebody in the face. In my opinion. Now, I've never punched somebody in the face without them punching me in the face first. There is 3 demos in this dock. ACCM is still trying to clear the fish. He's adding a 3rd TC, so we're going late game. Going late game here. There hasn't really been any fish added behind this, so ACCM not really fully taking advantage of the water, and he shouldn't really be adding fish with the amount of navy that TaToH still has as well. Maybe with your weak-ass punch. Okay, Dane. All right, big talk, Dane. Fucking... Yo, nobody fuck with Dane here, guys. He's got a big old punch over there. Holy shit, dude. Now I'm nervous. We lost David? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean the demos? I'm not the biggest fan of demos versus ships, dude. It's demos versus land units that I'm a fan of. Sorry, I was busy responding to Dane and his punch comment. What the fuck is chat saying today? I don't know. It's crazy to me that people think getting punched is worse. Like, I think about the times I've been punched in the face. And it's usually like, alright, I probably deserve that in some way. Or like, maybe next time I'll be ready so I won't get sucker punched. You know? But like, you remember the mean shit that people have said to you. I think saying something genuinely mean is worse than getting punched. Or punching people, rather. Unless you, like, severely injure them. And, like, getting punched can be a big learning moment, right? Every single human in the world should get punched in the face at least once in their life. It's a big fucking learning moment right there. All right. 78 villagers here for TaToH. 72 villagers for ACCM. Wheelbarrow coming in for both. Very, very even game. We have 19 on water here for ACCM. We have 7 on water for TaToH. TaToH is still roaming around. He managed to take out this dog. But he's still roaming around. He's looking for the fish, which ACCM is adding right now. And TaToH is now selling wood, and he's going up to him. Will ACCM catch this timing? He's going for a transport now, so he wants to get over to TaToH's island. He's got 732 stone. So he could drop a castle, like, right here. And TaToH's trying to redock, so ACCM's going to deny that. No ballistics yet for ACCM, by the way. But Imperial Age is much, much faster for TaToH. So we'll see what TaToH can do with that. I think it's probably just going to open with fast fire. Do Incas get fast fire? They do. Hindustanis do not get fast fire. They don't get heavy demo either. Okay. Here we go. Do they know about the relics down here? ACCM does not know about it. TaToH does not know about it. And they also don't know about the docks. Although when a full water map on HyperRandom, you should know. Because, like, every time it spawns with a majority water map, you have these neutral docks on the side. Should know those are available. They won't need to trade anytime soon, though, because there's 31k gold on this map. ACCM now unloads. What's the vision like for TaToH? He can see this castle going up. And he will need to go for his first castle defensively over here. Imperial Age is on the way for ACCM. TaToH should have that castle up about the same time he reaches Imp. So he can go for Trebs, and ACCM's castle here won't last long. ACCM knows what the opening is going to be for TaToH as well. It's going to be fast fires, so he queues up some demos. Up at the top here. Remember, his water tech tree, he needs to go in a galleon, essentially. He doesn't have shipwright either. I think the Incas do have shipwright. Somehow. They do. Famous seafaring people, the Incas, you know? They had huge shipyards, bro. Massive shipyards. Their fire ships were incredibly fast. Their demolition ships were incredibly heavy. What's WR? Wonders. It's the team that ACCM's part of. You can't prove they didn't? True. All right. So we got some golems coming out from ACCM, and ACCM's also rushing with villagers. It's trying to deny this tower. So TaToH's trying to go guard tower defense against ACCM's golems. There's still a villager building that ACCM. Are we... hello? And ACCM now coming over here. Please don't put that within range of the fires. He's not. The tower is up now. The villagers are trying to make this castle. The fires are over here. I don't know if this castle is going to go up, but the golems have gotten value. For sure. 4 villagers killed already. Plenty of idle time. It gives ACCM time to get to Imperial Age. He walls in his villagers now. And he's trying to complete the castle. TaToH needs to be careful with these trebs. If there's more golems coming out of there, they could just go and snipe the trebs right away. Fast fires pushing in through here. More fast fires pushing in from the top. As ACCM texting the galleon, bracer, chemistry. Remember, ACCM actually has access to cannon galleons. He gets elite cannon galleon with Hindustanis. Incas do not get that. They don't get any cannon galleons. Holy shit. Can we... oh my god. Oh my god. 99.53. ACCM. You needed to click harder, dude. You needed to click harder. And that's such a good denial from TaToH. Such a good denial. Let's see if ACCM can bring over 2 villagers with this 8 HP transport ship. And try and finish this bad boy. He's sending 4. This thing's gonna die. This thing might die to, like, this tower if it gets too close.
If you had 3 legendary Pokemon on the table, what kind of furry would you choose to be?
What? Frantic, thank you for the 8 months. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Just a couple love taps. All right. Come on, ACCM. Come on, buddy. Yeah. It'll take 2 taps. Bop, bop. And the castle's complete. TaToH can't deny that. And now this castle's in a very annoying position here for TaToH. Grand Trunk Road on the way for ACCM. Faster gold income. The Treb does finally go down, but this castle obviously is complete now. And Elite Cannon Galleon is on the way. So TaToH's going to have to find a way to get to ACCM's island. Or maybe he can win this on the wood battle. Because there's only 74k wood remaining on the map. Probably needs to tech in a galleon himself. He does have shipwright. So that's huge. They can trade, though. They can trade. I don't know if they know they can trade. They still haven't seen it. It's not something you would think about right away. ACCM has seen this relic, though. 2 relics versus 2 relics. And the cannon galleons working away on the castle. Skirmisher, infantry upgrade, arrow slits coming in too. So TaToH's expecting some raids maybe over on this side. He has finally taken that out. It's going for another tower over here. How much stone is left on his side? 6,000? Holy cow. And with Incas as well, it feels like he can just keep making towers forever. I mean, at some point, TaToH, you're going to have to push back on water, right? And hopefully it was something more than just fires. Well, actually, if Hindustanis don't get heavy demo... I mean, I guess galleons are still better than fires, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to just spam fast fire ship at them. There's no real answer to cannon galleons with Incas. I mean, you just make galleons yourself. You have the better navy. Galleons and fires. Right, like TaToH has shipwright. He still has galleons with bracer. He has dry dock. And no dry dock, no shipwright for ACCM. ACCM is sending more villagers across. TaToH is getting treadmill crane. He has not been investing onto the water. Well, he's got some ships up here, so he might actually end up clearing those cannon galleons over here with a nice little flanking attack. But he has to be careful now. ACCM coming in again with another castle. And what the hell is going on here? TaToH has landed villagers on the backside of ACCM's island, and if he doesn't notice this quickly, this is going to be absolutely infested with towers soon. Absolutely infested. Double castle landing. ACCM is over on this side. TaToH trying to save his trebs, so he can roll over and take this. He only has one treb remaining. No castle on his home island. But keeps all over the place, and ACCM still hasn't noticed anything. Still hasn't realized anything is potentially wrong. Will TaToH go for a tower right up against this castle? No. Goes over here. ACCM now goes for a siege workshop. There will be plenty of villager kills on ACCM's side. Defensive castle now here from TaToH as he tries to push the cannon galleons. It's 22 galleons in that mass, so deceptive amount of navy there for ACCM. It's 175 pop for him. It's 144 for TaToH. And more towers coming up from TaToH. Heated shot now coming in for him as well. There's a few golems in here for ACCM to potentially snipe trebs. TaToH also running out of space. Running out of resources to take. Needs to clear this navy somehow. Another tower going up in the center of the eco here of ACCM. Right in all of the farms. As his trebs are being shot at by TaToH's trebs. The villagers are no longer there to repair the castle, but ACCM isn't stopping this. He's busy. He's focused on this push forward. Trying to save his cannon galleons as well. More flanking attacks here from TaToH. Might be able to take out the transport ship, which could be nice long term. But the freaking gunpowder is a problem. And TaToH needs to add some skirms back here to deal with the hand cannons. And then something to deal with the bomber cannons, potentially. Another 2 towers. ACCM is so nonchalant about this. And TaToH's the one that calls the GG. He couldn't deal with the Navy. Resources weren't looking great. But look at ACCM's base. He was about to have nothing at all. The towers were going to kill everything. Did he have Chattagny? Yes, he did get that. 1-0 for ACCM. KD basically equal. ACCM, it looks like he lost a unit to a wild animal. We missed that one. Trebs would deal with towers, yeah. But TaToH had his own trebs over there as well. Okay, 1-0 ACCM. Incas water. I think in a head-to-head naval battle, the Incas win. It's just lack of cannon galleon. Cannon galleons can help when you have the big galleon mass, but shipwright and dry dock are huge. Frantic. Sarek, thank you for the resubs. Fights with Knights, thank you as well. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so we wait for game 2 here. TaToH playing, well, randoming into Vikings. He would have loved that last game. He would have absolutely loved that Vikings last game. Holy cow. And ACCM randoming into Lithuanians. So it's a minute and 30 seconds. From TaToH's POV, hopefully you get a water map again. From ACCM's POV, it's hoping it's a land map because Lithuanians will be very favored over Vikings there. The gunpowder from Hindustanis is a bit too powerful. Yeah. Once you get on land, yeah. That's why TaToH needed to hold him on water first. But then ACCM got the first castle drop, right? I think it would have been better for TaToH if he had started with Galleon rather than Fast Fire. But that castle from ACCM was in a good position. Yo, Raz, thank you for the 5 months, man.
Ads are dumb, so enjoy my Bezos batch.
Thanks for the 5 months, bro. All right, 30 seconds left. I like the amount we're seeing Vikings because we missed out on Vikings for a very long time. They used to be such a powerful civ, and then they nerfed them. They lost the thumb ring. Why did it pronounce Bucks like that? What did it say? Was it Books? Why did they nerf them? Because Vikings used to be one of the most powerful Drush FC civs. So basically, you would just Drush and you would wall up and go into crossbows, essentially. And because they had free wheelbarrow and free handcart, their eco was insane. And because they had thumb ring, their crossbows were actually pretty good. And this is a water map. We got TaToH playing as Vikings over here with the archer range. There's water all along the edges. And then we have the Lithuanians here for ACCM. I would favor the Lithuanians with this setup, though. Big gold. Holy cow. Big old chunk of gold. And then the relics, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relics. 6 relics. I think 6 relics is how many I can see right now. They also start with a Janbei Raider as their starting unit, which is pretty powerful with the charge attack. You got to be careful with your villagers against this guy. Anytime you start with a range unit in Dark Age, it's just super, super rough. Because if you lose it early, your opponent's just running around and there's nothing you can do about it. You can also lure in the Boris from a long distance away with a range unit. You can see ACCM trying to come forward. He's trying to get some value against TaToH. TaToH's actually taking the straggler trees. He's looking for where that Janbei is. He can see these have been killed. So he knows ACCM is in the area somewhere. And ACCM running into wildlife now. This could be very bad. Losing that HP. I know it's only 3 HP, but this unit only has 30, so he's down 10%. And TaToH might be able to win the fight because of that. If one player clears the Janbei before 4 minutes, it's definitely a re for the player who lost it. But after 4 minutes, you can't call the re. Can HyperRandom start in Feudal Age? I don't think so. I don't think it can. You can start with like 30 population. Okay, TaToH is paused at 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Really hope he didn't want to read this. 4 minutes and 2 seconds, buddy. Rules are rules, my friend. You can get a start that looks like Empire Wars? Yeah. I need to do this. Okay, Zetnus is a VIP, so I can actually see the little star when he talks. I lagged big time. Sorry, go. Okay, it's a good thing he didn't want to call a re and he lagged during like the recalling process. That would be rough. I prefer Lithuanians here. Yeah, on a hybrid map where you can apply a lot of land pressure, I think I like Lithuanians as well. And you also start with the archer range. You could go for some skirms or archers or whatever right away. I think they're looking pretty good. Not a lot of value on these berries here. Let's check the fish on the outside. 178, 195. Oysters have quite a bit. And there's oysters all over the place. 41k gold worth of oysters on this map. It's about half the gold in the map. What is satisfying gold pile for ACCM? Yes. Yes, it is. You could get, if you clear this wood, you could get 4 efficient mining camps on this gold pile. One over here, one here, one here, and one here. You could fully saturate this guy. Exactly 10k gold? Oh my god, it is. Oh my god. That's incredibly satisfying. Exactly 10k gold. 837 on each of these. Times 12. Quick maths. 10k. It's my autism just in the right spot. Same, dude. Same. Alright, so the Jeanbei Raider is looking for damage again. And ACCM is just running into wildlife again. And TaToH will see where this is. So it's 23 HP on this guy for ACCM. TaToH's going to try and block this in. So he's going to gate behind this. Oh, that's so sick. If he can get it. Oh, TaToH, he knows. He knows how much of an advantage it is to have this guy. Still being chased by this snow leopard. And ACCM escapes that. Nice attempt there from TaToH. Definitely not worth it in hindsight. But if he had gotten that, it would have been absolutely huge. One more hit. One more hit is all you need. Can't get it. Dang. Stop saying it's not exact. Oh, fuck. It's not exact. Oh, no. Oh, God. I didn't do the quick maths. Oh, no. TaToH's gonna lose his Jeanbei. It's 10,044. Yeah, well, Capture Age says that it's fucking 10,000, so it's 10,000, all right? Once you get above 10,000, it just starts rounding up or down. That's unfortunate. Now I look like an idiot that can't do simple math like 837 times 12, you know? God. Will I ever recover from this? I don't think I will. Intellectually, emotionally. Basically any E. I won't recover from it. Brother, how could 12x end on a 0? I don't know. I didn't put much thought into it, to be honest. I mean, didn't put much thought into it. Guess it makes sense, right? Bro doesn't know his 837 times table. That's true. That is true. Another boar being brought in from TaToH. So TaToH's going fast castle with a few archers mixed in. ACCM is getting real aggressive here with the forward docks. He was messing around with the Jeanbei for a very long time. He's got archers coming forward as well. So this is a very, very solid build here from ACCM. And even though that villager's got a bow, he can't fight this dude back. And it's just going to be a skirmisher here from TaToH to try and fight that. And his market is being denied. He needs to stop this from happening. He needs that thing to go up so he can go up to Castle Age. Market's got to go up so he can go up. You know what I'm saying? And also his fish are being attacked. This is a very underwhelming start here for TaToH. ACCM really taking advantage of the fast castle attempt here. And TaToH is forced to get the armor upgrade for his skirmishers while he's trying to go up to Castle Age. And now he's housed. This is just very brutal position for TaToH. I think he can click up now, though. Yes, Castle Age is on the way. And a tower at the back! Oh my god, ACCM has literally no chill. How much you want to bet ACCM knows how much 837 times 12 is? He's studied that. He's done the math. 100%. You can see it. Big walls coming up from ACCM here. Could run into problems in Castle Age. I feel like this is one area where, like, Viking CA could actually be decent just because you start with an archer range. And I don't know if you're going to be able to afford the crossbow upgrade if you're TaToH. Archer's now looping around this way. TaToH's going to see that on the gold. He does already have wheelbarrow because he's Vikings, but he's even missing the first wood upgrade. Like, his eco is a disaster, and ACCM is going to kill another villager. TaToH is currently running with the fish. If you're wondering where the fish are, non-existent. TaToH has been kicked off of his gold, which didn't quite have as much as ACCM's. But he's minded a little bit of it, I suppose. Oh, no, almost. Okay. Castle Age is in. What is the approach for TaToH? What could you possibly do with this Castle Age? I think he was expecting to get there in a much better position than he did. ACCM still not really that close to clicking up, and there we go. There it is. The Cav Archer. One Cav Archer for TaToH. Our match is played on Mega Random map, though they're played on HyperRandom, which is way more random than Mega Random. And it has random values on the resources. ACCM can click up soon. This is just so brutal for TaToH. ACCM has never let him, like, just settle down. TaToH is adding more farms. He does have handcarts, so his farm eco is going to be pretty solid. But he doesn't really have any fish. He's got these ones over here. They're not working, right? Second town center now going up for TaToH. He's trying to hunt this army down. Cav Archer, maybe thinking about going forward, but there's not a lot of areas here to hit. ACCM is slowly walling off this side. His food eco is generally just like the fish, and now some villagers on the llamas and the berries, so fairly safe from everything TaToH has at the moment. And the wood eco, well, looks pretty safe too. Sag. Things have not gone TaToH's way. Maybe TaToH can take back control of water with longboats and get his fishing eco rolling again, but it's the land that concerns me. He will catch up on villager count here. Despite the idle TC and the couple villagers he lost, he will catch up. And he might even pass ACCM by. He actually will pass ACCM by before ACCM gets the Castle Age. But the res collected difference is already huge. The water control is for ACCM. And that adds to the eco count as well. He's adding 3 more ships. Has ACCM lost 2 villagers to wildlife? You know what? I think he has. I think he has, dude, because he's lost 2. Dang. And TaToH hasn't killed any. The Towervilles? No, the Towervilles are still here. Maybe when he sent the villagers forward, though, for the forward dock. Maybe he lost a couple, who knows? Okay, so Skirmisher Army is coming across. Gillnets is on the way. TaToH is at 45 villagers, so his eco is actually looking pretty decent now, and he goes for a tower to protect this gold. That is a lot of gold. That can last you the entire game. So you lock that shit down, and you're going to be feeling pretty good for a while here. He's been investing all of his resources back into his economy, trying to pump it up. He hasn't really been investing any of it into military, so these skirmishers, right? Not elite skirm, don't have bodkin. God forbid ballistics or anything like that. And ACCM will just come in with these. He doesn't really care about the tower fire that much. So TaToH will need some siege to deal with that. These cav archers for TaToH have been a little underwhelming, to be fair. But he's busy. Another villager going down. ACCM's getting the job done here. Still no siege from TaToH. He goes for a mangonel. ACCM sniping vills on the wood line. Skirmishers have done good work so far. They've killed 2 villagers. They've killed 5 units. And he still has these vills back here. So if he wants to go for like a forward siege workshop or something, he can. $3K res collected ahead almost. And like 11 fishing ships for ACCM. He's still fishing at the back here. He's taking the oysters. He's taking the short fish. TaToH looking for a big shot. Big shot, big shot. He needs it. Gets a couple. Okay, he's pretty much cleared this up. And now he can go after the vills back here too. ACCM, though, at home. Really solid villager queue. 56 villagers versus 63 from TaToH, plus the 12 fishing ships. And he's redocked up here as well. Nice. So there's the siege workshop for ACCM. Both villagers go down, but at least they get the siege workshop up before that happens. So there we go. 2 villagers killed from TaToH finally. It's just more questions. Like, what are we working our way towards, TaToH? What are we doing? Is it skirms? Is it water? Is it a game 3? No dock for the Vikings is weird. Yeah, TaToH kind of read the map a little strangely, right? He wanted to go fast castle. He thought he could get away with it. ACCM forward docked him, and he can't really contest a forward dock with Vikings in Feudal Age because they don't get fire galley. So it's really rough. You'd have to go galley in like the most cramped water ever. Oh, 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 oh! Yoink. ACCM's like, yo, that's mine. But the skirmishers are coming back for this. And TaToH's going to take that relic. ACCM is still here, though. He's finally got some knights as well. And knights are a problem. Knights are a big problem here. TaToH, resources looking good. Lots of gold in the bank. Has a decent amount of food floating as well. And he's going to go knights as well. He's got his third stable on the way. And the monk, once again, gets killed. And that's a big shot from TaToH. That's a big shot, followed up by another big shot. See you later, Skirms. Maybe this is the moment TaToH needed. I think ACCM was a little bit distracted back there. The army gets completely cleared, basically for free. And now TaToH can make his way into +2 knights. Now, against Lithuanians with Vikings, playing knights is probably not smart. But TaToH knows that he doesn't have much of a chance. So what he's going to do is he's going to try and flood knights into ACCM's eco. And just hope for the best. ACCM has clicked up to him. ACCM has 83 vills. He's got knights of his own. He's got monks. And now he's got relics coming in. Yeah, this isn't... You're going to need like 17 stables, TaToH. You're going to need a lot, brother. I mean, there's not really much else he could do. His eco was set up for knights. If he sees the villagers coming forward for the castle, he can maybe kill those. ACCM is going to be busy over here. Nothing in the queue from TaToH. All those stables and nothing in the queue. Finally queues up some more knights. ACCM losing a couple of villagers over here. Lightcap finding the castle in the middle. And another TC going up over here from TaToH. 103 villagers for him. Feels like this is a GG on Imp kind of situation because ACCM's got a 6 setup. But we'll see. I mean, ACCM will be able to get Cavalier, all of his upgrades right away, and then he can work his way towards Paladin as well. Like, he's got these fishing ships that are bringing in a shit ton of food. And they can bring in the oysters over here. So they're fishing gold and food at the same time. Plus, he's got a really respectable Vil count at 93. He already has 3 relics as the Lithuanians. And Imperial Age is in, and TaToH, well... TaToH plays on a little bit. He's still got 114 vils. Res collected is 6k ahead for ACCM. TaToH now seeing the castle is complete and seeing the latest coming out. It's just like, oh my god, dude. These knights are going to have to kill 40 villagers. TaToH is going to try for a ram attack. Pikeman Ram. A castle age push against this castle to try and take that out. And try and take out these trebs. Worst case scenario, he gets the trebs. Actually, no. Worst case scenario, he loses fucking everything. For the mid case scenario, he gets the trebs. Best case scenario, he gets the castle. And he also thinks this is fully walled. So he's trying to go through the houses back here. GG. ACCM up 2-0. Didn't see that one coming. TaToH looks pretty good in these settings, but ACCM looking pretty solid right now, and he goes up 2-0. Maybe an argument to use the re there for TaToH. I think if you're going to continue playing that, you definitely want to contest water a little bit more. But, I mean, he was in a really rough position. ACCM just went forward dock and archers, and TaToH didn't have the walls up. He had to make skirms. He had to get the armor for the skirm in Feudal Age, which delayed his Castle Age. And then once he got to Castle Age, his eco was kind of cooked because the raids came in on the gold. It was just a terrible Civ matchup for Tati, yeah. I think he saw the potential in Vikings on that map. He just needed to not get hit very early. But I think ACCM's always doing that with Lithuanians, right? Vikings got no fire galley? Yeah, Vikings have no fire galley. They don't have the fire line at all. They get cheaper galleys, and they get longboats. And in the late game, their navy's probably the best navy in the game. But no fire galley. Daily Sandy Baldhead's tech tree. Sandy Peterson. Oh my God. Okay. Well, here we are. Cumans for TaToH, Japanese for ACCM. We've got our little aqueduct walls all the way around each one of these bases. We have buildable terrain. We start with a War Lembos as a scout and an elite hoplite. So 2 pretty strong units. I mean, this is such like a weird Civ matchup for TaToH. Because on one hand, you have a walled off base, right? You might want to go for the double TC boom with Cumans. But on the other hand, you're up against Japanese. And Cuman's water tech tree is junk. It's absolute junk. They don't get cannon galleon. They don't get shipwright. They don't get heavy demo. They do get fast fire and they do get galleon, but no bracer. Yeah, that's a good re from TaToH. I think that's a really solid re. It was a very interesting map, but it's time to go back and generate another one for sure. Japanese on a water map against Cumans, that's not what you want with Cumans. That's not what you want at all. So TaToH is out of his re. ACCM still has his. Late game Japanese just clobber Cumans? Yeah, they do. They cook them. They need to buff Cumans? No. No. Cumans are fine. There's just some maps where they don't work. Humans should be able to make unlimited TCs in Feudal Age. I mean, I don't think that would help them that much. Right? With the build speed on the second town center, and if they had the same build speed on the third one or fourth one potentially. I don't know. Humans need a mini TC that is cheaper but produces slower. Like a mini TC. It's the mini fridge of TCs. It's not quite as cold as the main fridge. Call it a village center. Give Cumans regen infantry line. Why? Okay. Game 3. I don't know why ACCM wants to play as color 5 today, but he does. And it's Cumans for ACCM. Cumans for ACCM, and it's a much better map for Cumans here. Holy boars. OMG. If they ever get over there. I don't think there's a way to walk across. We're about to test that out. Looks like it's completely stuck. This is a very interesting map here. We've got ACCM over on this side. TaToH over on this side. Kind of walled in by the wood, but he's still got his boars available. And he sees the water right away, so he can go and dock that. ACCM with the Cumans could go for a second TC easily here. Because I think it's unlikely that TaToH would go for a transport ship early and get across and try and do a ton of damage. But we'll see. Check the corners. Who's open for business? Top corner, definitely closed for business. And ACCM calls the re. Okay, all the re's are gone. Somewhat open for business. Closed. Closed. So ACCM, we could have told... listen. We should have looked at the corners first. We would have known this would be a re. Because everybody was closed for business. Nobody was open for business. It was a cool map, though. I would have liked to see that one played out. It is no Cumans next this next game. It's Malay against Dravidians. ACCM getting Malay, TaToH getting Dravidians. Watch them get a land map now. They won't get water. They've gotten water every time. They won't get water now. Malay should be the better civ, theoretically. We'll see. It's a water map! Dude, what are they using? We've gotten so many land maps recently. And now it's just freaking water maps all the time. Looks like they start with an Eastern Swordsman. We've got Rhinoceros with 303 food on it. Decent amount of food on the fish. ACCM over here with an extra rhino. I think I saw an extra rhino up here for TaToH, but it's pretty hard to see it. And the trade workshop actually acts as a market. TaToH is buying and selling resources. I never knew that. And it's generating res. So this is a different trade workshop. This is the 20k HP trade workshop. So it's basically a Feitoria that doesn't generate stone. Sick. So it acts as a market, which I don't think ACCM knows. TaToH's using it as one. And it's generating resources. So TaToH is buying wood. For more fish. Checking the corners here. It looks like there's some resources on these maps. ACCM should be able to have some pretty sick timings with this. I wonder if he realizes it's generating res right now. He probably does, but TaToH definitely knows. And he's playing around that completely. So he's much faster to the fish here, and he should have a much better build initially than ACCM. We see top and bottom corners. There you go. Right. Relics on this map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 on each island. 1 on each one of these. Another rhino coming in. Plenty of food from the rhinos. Not even a lumber camp yet from TaToH. I think he might just go up at a ridiculous time. But ACCM is actually going for the dock at the very back. ACCM still doesn't have any fishing ships yet. He's walling up. So he doesn't know. Does he not know this is an island? He doesn't know this is an island, dude. TaToH kind of sees it. But he's walling up because he thinks that Eastern Swordsman is coming over towards his woodline. I mean, it's a great play if you think it's a land map. It's a really, really solid play if you think it's a full land map. Do you need only blacksmith to click up with that? No, I don't think it counts as a feudal age building. So TaToH is up with 14 villagers and 4 fishing ships. He's trying to get across. He's realizing that he can't. And he's going to try and get to the fishing eco from ACCM as soon as he can. This is going to be funny, though. If ACCM still thinks it's a full land map, he might open, like, barracks or something. He's trying to get across. I think he's clicking now. And he's realizing he's on an island. Which is the better water civ? Early, it should be Malay. Late game, it should be Dravidians. And ACCM is actually going to be up at a similar time to TaToH. But TaToH, better eco thus far. He knew this was a market. He was using it as such. And he's going to be able to go for galleys right away. However, ACCM's not too far behind him. And ACCM's dock is at the very back of his base. So it's going to take a very long time for TaToH to even find that. With the fish so far away from the docks, it's actually super nice to be Dravidians here. Could drop off double the rate. And the resources are climbing here. TaToH could actually have a really solid castle time as well. I'm not certain that you make more than 2 galleys initially until you scout. Until you figure out what's going on. But ACCM build a gate at the back of his water. Maybe he could squeeze one in there. He could build stone walls here. A gate across this, maybe. And then stone walls, and the ships can sail through. How broken would a commerce-style fishing ship be? Super fucking broken. Oh my god. Because then you could just fish anywhere, dude. That's the most broken part about it. It's not like the rate at which the food is coming in, which would still be bonkers. It's the fact that you wouldn't have to stay near any of your docks. So every game would just be a fish boom, and then the other guy who actually made Navy just hunting around for the fishing ships and never finding them. Like, would anyone bother to contest at that point? TaToH's in the market. He's not paying attention. He does go on patrol, though, so he's going to find the galleys from ACCM. Okay, market comes up from TaToH, and Castle Age should be coming in here. Now, TaToH could dock block here, and then dock block with a couple walls right here, and have this whole area secured at the back, if you wanted to. Doesn't really know he doesn't have full scouting though. He doesn't know the extent of the map layout yet. He just knows they're on islands. And he's found a little corner island back here. So that might tell him that there's a corner island over here as well. And you can see the amount of gold and stone and food and whatnot on there. I don't think gold is going to be an issue for him. This is constantly generating gold. There's also plenty of gold on his home island here. Finds a good bit of damage against the galleys, but he's kind of stuck. Especially if ACCM blocks off this area. Little bit stuck here, TaToH. He's hoping there's a way out, and there is a way out. You're going to scrape the keel a little bit coming through here, but there's a way out. Did ships just walk on water? They did. Hey, there's a transport ship coming from TaToH. Eastern Swordsman is coming back across. He's gotten pretty good scouting on the map, so he has a general idea of how this is fully laid out. He knows about the island. He knows the extent of ACCM's island. He now knows the extent of his own island. And now ACCM decides to go for a little jaunt around the neighborhood. He's looking for the Navy from TaToH. If he actually did go all the way around, it could be pretty frustrating for TaToH. But he doesn't. And the transport ship brings this guy across. So TaToH's going to scout a little bit. Did he see the relic? No. And then TaToH's going to add second and third TC. Castle Age is just now on the way from ACCM. It's not going to take him that long to get there. But big Castle Age advantage here for TaToH because he's been using this thing. And it's been generating him res. And he also got the 200 free wood from Feudal Age and from Castle Age with Dravidians. Makes those TCs easier. And it should be a pretty clear advantage for TaToH right now. He's also got the War Galley upgrade, and these galleys are really struggling to take these out. Gate for ACCM. Come on. Come on, get through there. Come on. Everybody in. Come on. Come on, get it. Just get in there. Come on. Gate. Wall. Sick, dude. A proper sea gate here for ACCM. TaToH can't get through, and now the galleys are behind, ranging the fires. Sick. It's like when you're playing Civ, and you have a city, and it's on like one tile with water on either side. It's probably going to be an absolute junk city, but at least your ships can go right through, and you like own that area. It's a good, like, location-based city, you know? Okay, so the Eastern Swordsman goes down. It wasn't that great of a landing there from TaToH. And ACCM knows that there's... Well, he knows that there's a transport ship somewhere around here. I like the fact that TaToH is patrolling this area as well with the fires. He knows the advantage that he had to Castle Age, so he probably has a huge eco advantage here. And he's going to try and take advantage of that. However... I mean, the res collected is pretty even at the moment. Will it stay that way? Likely not. You could probably convert this thing, right? I'm fairly certain you can convert that thing. That could be nice. Doesn't cost any pop space either. Maybe you can't. Military units can't target it? Oh, dang. So you can't. That sucks. Big old navy coming through here from ACCM. TaToH just building some more galleys again. He is still at the back. He's still hunting down these fishing ships, but they're over here. TaToH's fish should be better with Dravidians. We're past the point where the uptimes really matter, except maybe for Imperial Age, although TaToH should still have a fairly good uptime. So Malay have basically run out of whatever eco bonuses they might have to this point in the game. I don't think fish traps are going to be a realistic thing here for ACCM. So TaToH's eco should just start cooking. He's 14 villagers ahead. This res collected advantage that he has right now of 600 should be like, if it keeps on the same pace, 10 minutes from now, it's going to be 6,000. Like, ACCM is only on 2 TCs at the moment. He's got 9 on food currently. He's full focused on water, and TaToH has 22 on food. 3 TCs. Relic's coming in early. This is a very good setup for TaToH. Yeah, if ACCM, like, even makes a dock here, he could shut down this entire bay at the back. Does TaToH know about his backyard island? He doesn't, but he does know about this one, which should tell him that there's an island back here with resources on it. Yes, Balls McCoy. The villagers will go to another farm. Let's say you have all of these farms around here, and you set your waypoint to this farm, and there's like 3 farms that aren't being taken. They will automatically go to the farms that are being taken. The problem with setting waypoints to farms is that you forget about the waypoint, and then you look 8 villagers later, and there's 5 villagers doing absolutely nothing on that one farm because there's no open farms available. That is a problem. Okay, so transport ship is being added from ACCM forward. TaToH is going for docks here, and he's going to have the war galleys on this side. ACCM was looping around this way, so ACCM knows about his own island. He also knows about the island from TaToH. That would be a devastating area if ACCM were to get villagers transported to that back island and he set up docks here and like a little base. That'd be pretty brutal, honestly. TaToH going for more outposts. Transport ship unloading right here. Eastern Swordsman is here. It's going to kill the villager. And ACCM is going for a castle. I mean, this isn't... There is a path. Technically, there is a path. But it's not the most ideal castle location of all time. That's the truth. Oh, and a big navy coming back this way from ACCM. He's trying to pincer TaToH. But there's docks here from TaToH. And TaToH still has navy here. He's still got navy here. I mean, this should just be a dead navy for ACCM, right? But ACCM now pincering again. Sending fires from this side. He goes for the demo over there. That's a good demo. Fires coming out now from TaToH. And ACCM actually manages to come out of that quite nicely. And ACCM is pushing forward with the villagers again. It's got Karambits trying to make their way through here. University forward from him. Imperial Age comes in for TaToH. TaToH knows about the castle. He sees the Karambits coming in now. What is his solution to this? He's going for a barracks. He's going for water techs. And he sees the villagers coming in this way, too. So he'll need to go for a castle, which he's making right up at the top here. Can he wall off the Karambits is the question. Huh? Maybe he feels like he doesn't need to. It's only Karambits after all. Archer ranges being added from TaToH. ACCM He's on the way to Imp now. He's got 76 villagers, so he's caught up a little bit in terms of the villager count. Res collected difference is 4K. But he has a good position. He's got the momentum right now. Castle on his opponent's island. He knows there's nothing on his island. He's getting thalassocracy now, so all of his docks are going to turn into harbors. This could get annoying if you're TaToH. If ACCM has harbors set up everywhere, I mean, they tickle. They don't do that much damage, but they're very frustrating. When did TaToH's fish all die? I mean, he only had 4, right? He didn't have that many. There's not that many fish on this map. All right, let's take a look. Harbors against a fast fire. Oh, no. It adds up, I guess, right? It does add up. Heated shot. Ballistics on the way for ACCM. What is TaToH teching into? He's teching into skirms. An elite cannon galleon. Does 10 damage per hit. These harbors. Plus 18 damage against ships. Does heated shot affect harbors? I don't think that it does, but maybe. Okay, Siege Workshop coming up here for ACCM. He's getting the upgrades for his karambits. He's trying to go into fires. But TaToH's cannon galleon, now elite cannon galleon, can probably deal with this castle. And the Trebs are clearing up all the forward buildings here from ACCM as well. So once TaToH clears this stuff on his island, then he's going to focus fully on Navy. ACCM's got to take advantage of the fact that TaToH's focusing on clearing this up now. And he needs to add a Navy of his own. While he has this chance. There's a few more fires coming out, but Galleon is probably the play for him, right? He does get shipwright. He gets elite cannon galleon. Basically, the Malay are just missing heavy demo. He just started researching chemistry. Oh my god. This university went down. He made another one. He actually might lose this one too. Once these cannon galleons are done with this, like, where do they go? What do they go after? They go after the university, right? He's making... Oh, he made another university. This was all a debate. He made this university after he lost this university, but then he made this university because this university was in too risky of a position. It's all a bait. He's extremely well educated. If you ask him to times 837 by 12, he will give you the answer immediately. And TaToH is clearing everything. And now shipwright comes in for TaToH as well. ACCM still doesn't have shipwright. It's going to be important. I wouldn't want to fight this if I was ACCM. I mean, Malay can be annoying if you get harbors set up everywhere, but it's going to be an uphill battle against Dravidians. Does TaToH have a wonder location on his island? I think he's just chopped one, maybe, right here. He can put it down here, but that's meh. He can put it right here. This would be great, but I don't think he can get that. I think there's too many hills. I don't know. Okay, so TaToH tries to go for another castle here. Heavy demo on the way. And Therisidae. It has been so long since I've seen this unit. They are very chunky. They don't do a whole lot of damage to ships. And they're quite expensive. But some good demos coming out from TaToH. And Therisidae just clogging up our screen here. TaToH is loading a lot of skirms in that transport. Unfortunately, he can't fit the most valuable units, the Trebs over here. He wants to unload. He wants to start attacking this area from ACCM. If you're ACCM, you want to get over here with some villas and start dropping harbors, right? This is what I was talking about with the villas on the back here. Imagine full harbor setup, and then you start dropping harbors all the way along this shoreline. Pretty sweet. Would be pretty slick. ACCM's going to have to figure out a solution to these skirms. He could go Karambits. He's going to go for another castle back here. You could make Karambits, but I think they just back up towards the Navy. And then as soon as your Karambits come in, the Navy kills them. So probably bombard cannons needed from ACCM. And he does have one of them in the siege workshop. A lot of harbors back here for ACCM. Pretty good setup from him, but TaToH has an even better one. And now TaToH's pressuring in from this side too. I feel like the Thericidai will tank the harbor damage really well. But they can't really kill it that fast. So it's definitely probably better to just push through this center area on land if you're TaToH. Like, these fights are just going to be an absolute slogfest. Battle of attrition, right? Trying to get past all those harbors. You're going to have the cannon galleons constantly behind your whole navy. ACCM is going to be producing there the whole time. It's going to be a nightmare. This is probably smarter. And he's made the tech switch into two-handed swordsman. Champion coming after that. Castle going up. Woot Steel is not in yet. But he gets it now. So his units will be ignoring armor. So good luck, Karambits. Good luck, Karambits, against these champions. I think those Karambits will get two-shot by the Woot Steel champions, right? Naval fight still going on. ACCM has cleared it up on this side. He's at 160 pop now. He needs to get rid of all of this shit. And he knows he needs to get rid of this. It's just tough when you're trying to fight Navy as well. And TaToH's got all of these Thericidai here. Oh boy. I did say these take a long time to kill things, but they're very tough to kill themselves. So ACCM is going to have a hell of a time trying to clear up this Navy. And even if it weren't for this land push that was happening. Let's say they do against a non-elite Karambit warrior. He's not even... Dude, he's not even giving it his attention. Screw it. Whatever. Look, he doesn't... He refuses to attack it. It's not worth his time. Yeah, they two-shot them. They just straight up two-shot them. I mean, I knew that mathematically, but, like, you gotta see it to believe it, you know? Those champions are absolutely gonna rip through these Karambits. There's a lot of Karambits coming out here from ACCM. And he's pushing back on this side. The Thericidai are here. Big old fleet coming in again. And with that many, they actually get the job done, as well as the heavy demo here. Good demo shot there from TaToH. TaToH is absolutely frying right now. There's no way ACCM comes back from this game. Oh my goodness, Karambit bodies hit the floor. You still have the Civ info on the screen? No, that's you, dude. That's not me. Stop hovering on your screen. That's the tooltip, brother. I didn't even know it could do that. Yeah, it's a relatively new tooltip. Just make, like, it helps, right? You could hover over each sieve and you can hover over each tech on the side. It's really cool. You just gotta make sure your mouse isn't on the screen. Wow, big demos there, TaToH. Good job. There are a lot of villagers on this gold over here for ACCM. ACCM is still playing on. He's still at 150 vills, but TaToH takes the win. That was really solid from TaToH. He noticed early that this thing was bringing in resources and that it acted as a market. So that's experience right there from TaToH. He instantly used it. I think ACCM, if you were to ask him, he still would have no idea that this thing was a market. He'd have no clue. We still don't get the complete tech tree? Yeah, I know that. It is unfortunate. It would be nice to just, like, imagine you could just click on a sieve and just scroll through what text they... Oh, that'd be amazing. It would be very cluttered, though, probably. Does it have the market interface in-game? I'm assuming it does, yeah. What's that, Dota remix? Haha. I got you, brother. I don't know if I can handle the song. Waz, how can you not handle the Dota song, dude? How can you not handle the Dota song by the famous composer B-Ass Hunter? How can you not handle the Dota song from B-Ass Hunter? Or is it B-Ass Hunter? Sounds better.
ACCM Beast.
Have you played Expedition 33? Never heard of it. Northern Hoser, thank you for the 47 months, bro. Welcome back. If cancer had a sound, this would be it. You really? You picked this song to say that about? This is a classic, dude. This is a banger. You have no taste. It's crazy. There's plenty of terrible music out there. Gotta be a little bit more selective. Cube, thank you for the prime. Welcome back. Or welcome in. If this is taste, I'm glad I don't have it. Hee hee. All right. Hee hee. And that guy, no, it's fine. He can go back into his cave. It's cool. Ayune, or Huyane, I'd never get your name right. Matsu, thank you for the gifted sub to ACCM. I appreciate it. All right. So, TaToH playing as Khmer, ACCM playing as Hindustanis, and they start with a capped ram. Orbital strike that guy. He's fine. He's cool. They start with a capped ram. Demanson, thank you for the 48 months.
HyperRandom is a salad.
I would favor Hindustanis later on in the game. However, early, Khmer, TaToH, Ram. Could see some shit. We could see some shit. We'll see what TaToH decides to cook up. It is another kind of water map. I think you can dock this. But there are no fishies involved. So we're just going to be looking at the land resources. The boar had a decent amount on it. 145 on the berries. And then this boar has a lot on it. So 556 on that is really, really solid. It's a banger, dude. Good old nostalgia music, you know. Lottie Karate, thank you for the 26 months. That's a song for jamming out with other people, right? It is, Dave. It is. It is. I know. I know. This generation is kind of cool. Which generation are we talking about? Oh, you mean... Thought you were doing an old man thing. This fucking generation. You mean this generation of HyperRandom? Right. Okay. Sorry. I thought you were like smiling at the clouds instead of yelling at them. Like, this generation is kind of cool. All right. Cool. Well, awesome. So we have a capped ram for both. What did they do with that capped ram? The problem with the capped ram as a scout is that it has absolutely abysmal line of sight. So it's a really slow scouting process here. So they won't know where each other is for quite a while. It's basically the same scouting that you would get from like a turkey or a goat or whatever. Fortunately, you can scout a lot more with your turkeys and your goats because it's extremely unlikely the ram is going to find you and take them. Ram the lumber camp? Yeah, if you can find it. ACCM now bringing in the boar with the less food. TaToH is milling out here. He's going to mill the mouflons, which have 92 food on them. A lot of mouflons over here for ACCM as well. And then we have some argali, which only have 90 on them. The bushes over here have a lot, though. That's 1,900, and that's pretty far away from ACCM space. I didn't realize how far away that was. Horses have 185, so that's probably the best mill target, but I think they won't find those for a while. Can drush with that ram? I mean, you can. Is it that great? I don't know. It might be better to just load up some villagers in the ram and fucking send them on a journey. Loom's coming in for TaToH. Feudal Age already on the way for ACCM and ACCM. Ah, TaToH's already had that thought. ACCM is coming this way with his ram. Imagine TaToH abandons the TC to go after some other resources and ACCM just takes it down with the ram. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit far-fetched, maybe. Forward barracks from TaToH. So he does want to go for some sort of infantry. Normally, the Khmer wouldn't make the barracks. He's got the villagers over here taking the gold. Needs to be careful with the mining camp. Because ACCM could 100% kill that mining camp. If he were to see it. This ram is going into Narnia, though. It's going in the middle of nowhere. It's scouting the darkness. It's not coming back. At least for a while. TaToH should be fine with that mining camp. He gets in the ram now. Militia coming out for him. And TaToH also doesn't know where ACCM is. He assumes he's over here. Oh no, dude. Oh no, brother. Oh no. And now Tato's looking at his own base. He's like, hang on a second. Did I have a 5-tile stone? I had a 4-tile stone. Oh, I can see a spearman coming from that side. Okay. So he should be over here. And this is a lot of information for both of them. So TaToH figures out he's over here. ACCM figures out that TaToH is going for some sort of drush or something. Because why else would the Khmer make a barracks? And now TaToH sees the stable from ACCM, and it's going to be a task for ACCM to keep this thing alive. I think he might only get 1 scout out of this. Goes for the ram. And that stable's going down. Meanwhile, ACCM's ram just running around. Stable goes down. TaToH could take out 3 houses here. Look at that splash damage, dude. Oh, ACCM's gonna be Giga House. Omega House. Oh, everything's burning. Oh, no. 25 out of 15. Oh, no. And he's going after the mill, too. What a push from TaToH. Every game should start with a capped ram, bro. And he's blocked in the village. Oh, this couldn't be any better. Oh, ACCM. Oh, my God. ACCM just got absolutely cooked by that. 2 villagers down. This is better than TaToH could have ever imagined. There's 1 scout from ACCM. Where is his ram? It's working away on the forward barracks. And never build any houses next to each other again, I guess. Remember, TaToH has a villager in this, so he can repair this. HyperRandom has done 6,500 damage thus far. And the barracks is down. TaToH doesn't even eject. He just keeps rolling. Yeah, now he'll pop out. ACCM is coming with his ram now. Revenge of the ram. Revenge of the ram. I think you've done your damage already if you're TaToH, to be honest. And you're Khmer too. You could just start setting up your eco, going to some scouts. If TaToH loses this, don't ... me. And don't ... TaToH. And don't ... in general. Oh my God, he killed the archer. Oh, he killed the archer, and now he's repairing the ram. And now he's doing damage against ACCM's ram. There is one man here in this matchup that knows how to ram. And right now, it's not ACCM. It's TaToH. ACCM does not know how to ram. Tower going up at the back from TaToH. He's nervous about archers looping around. His farm eco has started. He didn't get the wood upgrade for a long time, and he didn't get the farm upgrade, but he was busy. He was very busy with stuff. Forward things, you know? My man just needs to find some more houses to take out. Not sure if you get the splash damage if you attack here against these 2 houses. Who's the OG don't ... me? Was it Margugu? No, I've always hated ... Absolutely always hated ... It's the worst. It's the most passive-aggressive way to say anything. Well, I mean, ACCM, I don't think he knew the ram was here, but he deleted the walls anyway. Do not ... Do not ... in this chat, please. Billy Wadsworth III, thank you. Billy Wadsworth III. Thank you, good sir. Sir. For the 5 gifted. Sir, it has been a pleasure, sir. Thank you. All right, TaToH kills another Vil. ACCM still chasing after. I think a lot of people would have resigned by now, but ACCM takes out the mining camp. Revenge of the Ram, just a little bit. Just a little bit of revenge here. ACCM goes after a farm. That's a 2-hit. He doesn't have a villager in this, though. So he definitely needs to send a villager forward. TaToH is still just... They see me rolling. They hating. He's rolling around with the boys in here. How many scouts does he have? 3? Another tower? Another tower? So 3 towers from TaToH? Man, ACCM is actually... he's doing quite well. And tower... Or sorry, not tower. TaToH. Might as well call him tower. He's got 3 of them. Well, TaToH's house. I mean, that scout army is going to pop out and it's going to clear the ram. And suddenly this push is not threatening at all. We needed a villager forward if you were ACCM. Villager forward definitely necessary. And now ACCM, I mean, he tries to push into TaToH's base and he's like, what is with these 3 towers? Now he's trying to still kill this ram, chase after it with the archers, but TaToH pops out again. He repairs the ram again. And he's getting bloodlines. ACCM 36 Vils, TaToH 39 Vils. Res collected is actually close. So ACCM has done a really great job, and he's finally hunting this thing down. You've caused enough hurt, Ram. He's gonna get you. TaToH's actually kind of fine with this though, because it gives him time to build up his scout army. Remembers he can garrison the Vils and the houses. A little bit too late for her, though. ACCM takes out 1 Vil. TaToH still has problems with wood lines. Like, ACCM's wood lines are kind of chunky as well, but TaToH's are a little rough at the back here. Now TaToH's protecting the ram again. He can repair it again. He can maybe build another tower on another wood line he actually wants to go to this time. This wood on the back is not bad if he can secure it.
Dave.
Yo, Govani, thank you for the 12 months. It's Govani. It's not Giovanni. It's Govani. And ACCM is actually the first one up to Castle Age. That's insane. How TaToH was not in Castle Age first here, I do not know. He did so much damage early. Still has the ram. He's got bloodlines. He's got the armor. He's trapped the archers in a corner here. And ACCM, he finds a good spot, but those archers will still die. And TaToH clears that up, and now he can click up to Castle Age soon. Making 10 scouts plus scout armor and bloodlines is the answer. Yeah, but I mean, the priority just seemed off, to be honest. Maybe he didn't feel secure because of the woodlines, but usually the Khmer player makes a couple scouts, goes up to Castle Age, and then starts queuing more scouts. Is it camel time? Might be camel time. If you could get camel crossbow, could be pretty good. You could also play into cav archers. But the ram is still here. The ram is back again. And the ram is working well on houses. And it could get the blacksmith as well. That could be really, really useful for TaToH. I think he's going to try and take the blacksmith and the house at the same time. But the ram's not hitting that. It's only hitting the house. Does he save the house? He lost the house. And now TaToH's going to lose the boys inside. The villager and the 2 men-at-arms. Both going down. TaToH, please, can we find the wood line at the back? Please, brother. and take a better wood line than these chunky little nubbly little peanut wood things, please. Same with you, ACCM. Find yourself a wood line. This one's okay. All right. Crossbow stretching forward. There are 3 towers here from TaToH. 4 towers, actually, protecting his economy right now. But ACCM could duck and dive around those ones, so I wonder how TaToH's going to secure this. He's going for a TC on the wood. Okay. It's probably for the best. Light Cav on the way. Bosa on the way. And Light Cav is still 19 seconds away as he finds his wood line. So I don't know how many villagers he's going to kill. Maybe 2? Maybe just 1? With the camel there, you kind of don't want to engage against that. Crossbow's now looping around this way. TaToH will see that. And he's getting Town Watch too. So he'll have excellent vision on how this army is going to move from ACCM. And that's an interesting decision from ACCM to just take out this tower with no villagers underneath it. He does get value from that. He kills the farms and he stalls out the farm eco right here. But I don't think a lot of people would have done that. Seems like a waste of time, right? The tower's not really protecting much. Are these maps bigger than usual in 1v1? That is a question for Zetness. I do not know. Crossbow's coming in. He killed a villager. TaToH trying to go for a scorpion here, and now the crossbows are within range of the TC, and the scorpion's getting value there too. But ACCM sitting under another tower, and he's going to use the Hindustani bonus, cavalry against buildings, to try and take these things down pretty quickly. The scorpions are going to be very annoying for him, though. And TaToH is still kind of roaming around with some light cav and some knights. I think he might have gotten another kill over here with those while ACCM was busy on the other side. And now ACCM is going to lose all his crossbows. However, lots of idle time for TaToH. 24 idle villagers currently. So the raid did accomplish something. Another tower from TaToH as well. Freaking towers all over the place, man. Man, these wood lines are rough for both players. ACCM going for a TC out there on the wood and the stone. TaToH losing his final light cav, and it's... Well, it's 2 light cavs somewhere. They're at home now. 2 scorpions, a spearman, and a monk coming out. So the army count is not really there for TaToH, and soon it's not going to be there for ACCM if he keeps running into towers and TCs. 4 camels only. 2 of them are just hanging on.
Super Kzo Iron Man, but make it a 2.
2 crossbows cleared. So we have 4 camels, and that's it for ACCM. I think it's boom time for both of these guys. HyperRandom Super Kaizo Ironman, but make it AoE 2. Okay, how? Hitmang, thank you for the 14 months. Yeah, that army from ACCM kind of yeeted in here. The army from TaToH a little more understandable. He didn't know the TC was there. What's up, Saber? Okay, how much res is on this map? 40k gold, 27k stone, 2 scorpions going down for free. Plenty of wood as TaToH comes in here. He's trying to snipe some more villagers. Might not find that Vil kill. Yep. Yeah, looks like there's plenty of res. We should get a late game battle here. I still don't know. I don't know if they can dock. I don't think they can. I don't know if you can dock on this little sandy terrain area. You might not be able to. If you were, then Navy could be a big part of this late game matchup, but I think it's just gonna be land battle. This should play into the Hindustanis' favor, right? The Hindustanis should be better than Khmer in late game. Should add polar bears that one-shot vills. No, the polar bears just have more HP now. Halb plus ballista. You could try that, I guess. That would be like hand cannon onager. The counter. I think ballista elephant are just incredibly difficult to get into. They're so expensive. Res collected a little bit ahead here for TaToH, but ACCM was faster to that 4th TC. So he's actually got a villager lead. Getting hand card as well. At the same time, TaToH's getting wheelbarrow. So eco upgrades actually ahead for ACCM, and ACCM should start to scale ahead here in res collected. Khmer farms are nice. They're great. But ACCM getting his eco upgrades at a very nice time. How much res is available over here? Not too much. The neutral golds and neutral stones over there don't give you a whole lot. That's 2,000 stone. That's actually solid. As TaToH now comes forward. TaToH's making pikemen, light cav, a couple knights, and a scorpion. So I don't know if he just wants to force ACCM's castles back into these positions. I don't know why ACCM pulled all of those villagers off of this. But probably not a good idea, and he has to delete that one. He's going to build it a little bit more forward towards the gold. More monks out from ACCM. They will manage to convert the pikemen, and TaToH's going to need to retreat. So TaToH is just streaming pikemen forward. It's fine against just the camels. I guess he's going to just keep coming in. And once the monks are out of conversions, he's going to wipe all of that. I don't know if he can deny this castle, but that's actually a surprisingly good fight there for TaToH. No way. Thank you for the 7 months. And TaToH clears a lot of camels. He gets rid of that camel mass early. 103 vills for him, 106 for ACCM. 5th town center for ACCM. He also tried to send in some light cav to raid while that was going on. I saw he got 1 villager. Wasn't the best, though. ACCM taking advantage of a lot of this neutral res over here. There's quite a bit of gold, quite a bit of stone on this other island. We still have some gold, some stones over here for TaToH. And we still have plenty of gold available for him here. Plus, there's the gold over here that he's kind of taking control of as well. Does anyone see the big wood yet? ACCM sees the big wood. He's not the type of dude to get, like, hard focused on big wood, though. You know? I think they'll be saving the big wood for later. Hand card on the way for TaToH. Res collected still in front for him. Khmer are a hell of a drug. And he's trying to go for a castle here, but there is a mill being placed there from ACCM. The villagers are coming forward. ACCM can see this. The golems might come over, and the golems might be a problem here, folks. It's only pikemen there for TaToH, and TaToH needs to go for the castle here. Not a lot of gold, but a bit of stone within reach of that castle. And some wood as well. Golems coming in from this side, though. That's going to be a problem. What does he do against the golem raids? He notices it very, very quickly. So shout out to TaToH there. Saw that shit immediately, and oh my goodness, ACCM did not see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 villagers killed by these knights, and it wasn't the first vills either. Where did they get the kills before? They have 26 villager kills. Oh my goodness. I guess they killed villagers over here too. And ACCM still oblivious. He's still making vills into the knights. This is a AFK moment, and then he responds with no, just bad. Knights still trying to kill vills. Ballista elephants are out over here. Imperial Age is in much faster here for ACCM. That could be a big deal. He lost a lot of vills to those raids, so that's going to give TaToH some confidence if he saw that. Killing all of those villagers is huge. ACCM now goes for a castle over here to help protect himself. He expects raids to come out from TaToH. More ballista elephants are on the way. TaToH now sees that ACCM is an Imperial agent. Does he stall? Feels like he's kind of stalling unit production. He wants to click up. No ballistics for the ballista elephants yet. TaToH needs to click up. He needs to click up. He's going to do it soon. 3, 2, 1. Bop. There it is. And a pikeman army against golems over on the side. I'm sorry, TaToH. This isn't going to work out for you, buddy. Maybe he can just overwhelm them with pikemen. Maybe that's the solution to golems. Lost a lot of HP against those, though. And more golems are on the way. Light Cav also on the way. TaToH trying to shut down this gold mining from ACCM. ACCM is almost out of gold back here. Well, I mean, he has 2,700. Still got plenty. So TaToH might think that ACCM really needs these golds. He actually doesn't. That's so much gold over there. Okay, TaToH's still killing villas too. 51 eco kills. 51 eco kills here for TaToH. ACCM has been producing villas at the same rate that TaToH is killing them, so his villager count seems pretty steady. But I mean, TaToH has killed a ton of villagers, and now a score switch. TaToH is in the lead, 1 minute away from Imperial Age. Chemistry is now in for ACCM, so he's going to go for hand cannons, and the golems are absolutely frying. They're elite golems now. They're killing this army comp. I mean, pikeman Light Cav is not it against those units, and ACCM takes the score lead again because of all those kills he got. Only 10 ballista elephants. Kind of rough, honestly. TaToH will go for another TC over here. He does need to get to this island. These are technically neutral golds. So we have 1 neutral gold there, 1 neutral gold there. And long term, these golds are going to be very, very valuable. Because the ones on the edges don't have a lot on them. However, TaToH still has plenty of gold available at his home base. So that time is a long way away. Okay, ballista elephants. Trying to take care of the Treb. They don't do a lot of damage against that, and the knights are chasing the golems away, and it's cavalier tech coming in for TaToH. Now, TaToH's really going to have to cook here with the Khmer to beat Hindustanis in late game. The Hindustani gunpowder, and then we have Imp Camel. Very, very difficult for him to deal with. The golems also add something. And you have a lot of gold over here, right? Like, you got 12k gold to work with at the moment. So, you can afford a lot of gunpowder units, a lot of golems, a lot of camels, and all the text behind that. How about elite battle elephants? Battle elephants could be good, right? Camels, they do get bonus damage against elephants, but it's not a lot. They're not as good against them as, like, Halb is. So maybe you could go into that. TaToH loved his capped ram so much earlier. He's actually getting capped ram here. To support his bliss elephants. And he's back. This is going to be nightmare fuel for ACCM. To see these capped rams pushing into his base once more. Bliss elephants so far have done really, really well. And now that Cavalier are coming in, Chattagny is on the way. Lack of camels here for ACCM. He's trying to queue up some more, and he's trying to send them over here to deal with the raids. Which they will do. TaToH wisely pulls his ballista elephants back. These are so tough to mass. You got to keep these safe. You got to play pretty conservatively with them. Oh, boy. Oh, TaToH just lost a ton of villagers trying to make that castle. He's also losing some villagers back here. The golem raids are going crazy from ACCM. Really nice job from him. He's holding TaToH at bay over here, and he's sending the golems in and getting some good raid damage at the back because he knows it's still open. I mean, there's no big wood lines back here you can wall to. The biggest wood line is on the right side of the map, which no one is taking yet. So both bases are pretty open at the moment. ACCM has secured his with castles. TaToH has some towers, but that's not enough to deal with the golems. And now ACCM is pushing back this way again, although it is a double castle stack now from TaToH forward. So it's hard to come in here with the camels and raid without losing your entire army. Castle goes up for TaToH. 137 population against 200. The castle from ACCM is actually at risk of going down to this freaking capped ram. TaToH needs to get his population healthy again. He's going for Hal, but more villagers are definitely needed. He does have 4 TCs to reproduce. I feel like as soon as he makes more vills, there's just going to be another golem raid that comes in and kills more until he locks it down somehow. Castle in the center of your eco would be great. Obviously, he tried to go for the pressure here, and that's what he spent his stone on, but like, you full Hera this base with castles all over the place, you can maybe defend it. TaToH calls the GG though. ACCM goes through to the next round, to the playoff stage of Master at HyperRandom 3. TaToH will go down to the elimination bracket. I'm not sure who he's facing, but he should be the favorite regardless. Good job from ACCM. He looked very comfortable. And this... Oh, this was the Ram game. Oh my god. ACCM came back and won this game. After being... What was he? 25 out of... Like, at this moment right here... He has 25 out of 15 pop. He's lost his only military production building, realistically, the stable. He's gone for an archer range at the back. And then TaToH comes in here, and to add insult to injury, he traps and kills 2 villagers. And then takes out your mill. And then he takes out your mill as well. And then he comes over and takes out the barracks, too. And then he kills another villager, I think, pushing in from this side. That's an insane start for TaToH. 1 minute and 20 seconds idle TC time for ACCM. TaToH's 5 villagers ahead. And ACCM came back and won. That's pretty insane.